Hi guys, welcome back. Scatlink here, and we're off for more of Spyro the Dragon Reignited. In the last episode, we finished off the artisan levels, well, the artisan realms in general, and we had a lot of trouble with Toasty's sheepdogs. Literally, we had the hot dog. But in this episode, we are now beginning the Peacekeepers area. We're not entirely done with the previous area because of skill points and trophies and whatnot, and one other thing, which we'll get to later on. We should get a tip for it later on, but I need to actually go pause for a minute because there was a few things that I actually need to talk about, and I'm pretty sure I had pearls around. I mean, the last two episodes were recorded one after another, but I can't remember if our pearls get reset. Anyway, there was actually a few things I've forgotten to note around here in the menus in part 1. Namely, the controls and the camera. I didn't really go into the camera because, I mean, I like the passive camera and I don't like to invert the camera settings. They're just kind of like what I'm used to. That's why I didn't bother going in there. And I know the controls for the most part, other than for the fact that L2 now focuses the camera behind you and R2 is another circle button, or flame button in this case, for Xbox One and PS4. But originally, like I said, L2 and R2 used to just rotate the camera left and right. And I said that there was no way to search for gems. I was wrong, because, well, not only can we turn on vibration or everything, but we actually get like a little list of what every button does. Point to treasure with sparks is L3. I do not think about clicking in the analog sticks half the time. I forget their buttons. It's just something I don't immediately think of. Don't use them in Kingdom Hearts. I don't use them in, well, I don't even use the crouch option that much in Breath of the Wild. That's it. I just forget to click. It's just something I don't normally do. So, yeah. Let me go to the control scheme here. We have two sets. We have the Reignited controls, which just, really all this does is change what the L2 and R2 buttons do. Other than that, it's exactly the same, as you can see right here. So yeah, you can either do the old original PlayStation controls, or you can use the Reignited controls, which just allows us to, which actually gives us an additional function, which is center the camera behind us. There is no way to do that with the retro controls. It will just have L2 and R2 rotate the camera. But clicking in the L3 button is to point to treasure, which was not in the original Spyro game. I thought that was carried over, but no, they actually implemented it. So if I click it in, Sparks now does a little loop around to tell us where the next gems are. So that's literally all I forgot to point out in the menus. It's just that I didn't point out those things within the menus because, well, I knew the controls which were in the original PlayStation version. That wasn't a feature. Searching for the gems. Hello, you mug. Sneaky bugger. Let me go get this first before you whack me with Titan.
Welcome to Peacekeepers. Look how our treasure has been stolen and turned against us. Please, recover our treasure, Spyro.
Collect treasure. Got it.
That's pretty much what we do in every level. You don't really need to spell it out for us. I mean, we're a dragon, we love treasure, that's just how it works. I mean, hell, aren't dragons supposed to guard mythical crystals at some point, or they just love it? There is actually a skill point we do need to do in here, but I kind of probably normally do it in normal gameplay on the PS1 version without even realising. It's make 6 Norks hide in... Wow, that van outside is really loud. Hide in tents. Yeah, scare 6 Norks in the tents. In the PS1 version, I think they just run to the tents immediately, but in this one they attack us. We have to kill at least one of them in order for them to flee. And yes, we can actually use these cannons like before. I don't think there's any way I can use these right now. Let me have a quick look here. Oh, hello, red gems. I didn't even see that one at the like behind this little tuft of grass, but I saw the one next to the rock. So yeah, I really do need to keep a better eye out because the graphics are a lot more. It's the bloom. I think it's the bloom that kind of makes them blend in. I mean, like I don't even see those red ones that very well. I mean, I can see them because I'm pointing them out, and I can see the shines as well, but it's not as noticeable. Maybe it's got something to do with the resolution and sharpness. Actually, I want to try something. If we turn this around... Oh, wow, I'm surprised it didn't hit me. If I turn this around here and flame... Yeah, I actually killed... I actually killed him, and he actually does like the thing. So yeah, my brother's actually played up to this level, actually. In fact, he's gone further into the hub worlds than, obviously, I have, because, you know, he's not recording it and editing it, and I needed to get episode 1 out on day launch, because I wanted it on launch. But... these don't do anything, they just react to flames, which is actually a nice touch. I'm glad that they've actually gone into, like, the semantics of actually going out of their way to add these little bits of flair. I really love it. So yeah, these guys, I just want to flame one of them. And there we are, now all 3 of them, so they flee, so they're hiding in the tents. So yeah, I will get this one along the way, because it is pretty much quite easy to do. There we are, we got it. See? You just kill one of them and then everybody else runs. So as long as they're not grouped up, which in the PS1 version they're not, then they will not run. So literally you just knock out one of them and then they pretty much do the skill point for you. So that one I was aware of, and it normally happens anyway. Yes, I went out a little bit out of my way to do that, but it's not a big issue, so whatever. Like I said, all the ones that I'm not going to go out of my way for, I'm not going to bother. By the way, that was a blue butterfly that Sparks ate up. Apparently killing over 10 or 20 critters gives us a blue butterfly, which is a 1-up in the later games, so yeah, that's a thing, because they didn't get introduced into the later games. But the pearls to get 25 of them or whatever in order to get an extra life, that wasn't in the other games, so yeah, that's just a Spyro 1 exclusivity thing. Fair enough. That's something I can't jump onto, even though it looked like I could. I don't know what I'm doing right now. I'm kind of just walking around in circles. It's because I've taken out all the tents. It makes the area look barren. Which I guess makes sense. But this level looks way better and way more pleasing to the eye than in the original game. Because Peacekeepers was actually one of my least favourite levels. And the music was so boring. And it's got a little bit more of a beat, but it's still not my favourite tune. So, in this remake. So, that's a thing. Let's get another dragon. Might as well.
Hey, Spyro. Sparks the Dragonfly has been doing a good job protecting you. Make sure to keep him strong by feeding him lots of butterflies.
Alright, you glutton. Meanwhile, we're under fire in a cutscene, and if you saw what happened in the last level, yeah, you would not be saying that, because Sparks couldn't really do much against those sheepdogs. Sparks? Remember what I said in part 1, Sparks? You weren't doing your job? There's this bloody gem right here. Pick it up already. What the... Okay. Invisible wall as well. It was actually... So that... What the heck? What the heck? Bug. It was in a wall, which is why Sparks couldn't grab it. And I'm standing on an invisible wall. Is there supposed to be a rock here or something? Or is this just an incorrectly placed invisible wall that's walkable? That's oddly specific. Yeah, it's got like the geometry of a rock. This is a glitch. And excuse me, but I'm going to save a video clip of that, because I might need to submit that. Right, I don't need to actually share it, but yeah, that needs fixing. I hope there's a patch for that, because... I mean, I know it's just the one gem, you can still grab it, but Sparks don't grab it, that causes confusion, and when you try to pick it up, you walk into a visible wall, and you can stand on it. That is weird. Weirdly random, or randomly weird, one of the two. It's like, wow, okay. I mean, I knew that my brother had a problem with that, but I was surprised that... I thought that was just like a one-off glitch, but no, Sparks just blatantly ignored it because he couldn't grab it because of the wall. The only reason why we can grab it is because when we bound, our nose sticks out and it clips through. At least we can still beat the game 100%, but that's not the point. I mean, I know that the original had bugs as well, but nothing gem-related, I don't think. Unless it's Enter the Dragonfly, which is number 4, which should also technically get a remake. Should have been a quadrilogy, to be honest. But oh well. They already had their work cut out for them remaking 3 games. I mean, maybe we can have the next bunch of games play exactly the same and just remake them as a second trilogy or something. I pressed the wrong button. I pressed circle. And you know why? Because for some reason I just had Kingdom Hearts on the brain for a moment there. Right, let's get over here. Because I need to blow this up. Is that something I need to blow up? Pretty sure there was a lot more stuff to blow up than before. I do need to blow this up though, so we can do that right now. In fact, there's another one I need to blow up, so let's go do that. So, blow that up. Oh, I moved it when it was about a fire, so it didn't actually shoot it. There we are. I like how it actually adjusts the shot so it can actually hit them. There we are. We don't need this for anything else, I don't think. So, already at 100. I think it's 200 for this level. Yeah, 200. Still got a few more dragons to find as well. Let's come over this way. Hang on a minute. No, that's not right, is it? I need to whack that thing. There was something I missed. You know what I'm getting confused with? I'm getting confused with a level later on in this actual hub world, I guess. Oh wait, hang on, I just noticed that was a bit weird looking as well. Look, depending on what side I'm standing on, those the words kind of just zoom to the opposite side of the gate. because you can enter the gates on both ends. But what used to happen is that in the originals, when you approach like one of the gates, then the words would show up. They would just appear when you're close, but I guess it's so that when you're far away you can see what the level actually is because of the resolution and all that. Oh, I didn't do that right. Well, I could have probably jumped out of that, but ah well. Everything's going to respawn now, I just realised. That's annoying. Reigniting, yep. I forget I can actually skip that. Mubby? Mubby. And you know what I didn't do? I didn't actually copy my file over. That was a stupid idea. That means if I have any problems now, I can't rewind. I'll have to replay the whole game again up to this point. Great. Alright, that was a bit bad. I kind of hopped around there a bit too much. A bit too trigger happy. There we are. I come back. I'd rather complete the hub world first. I mean, some hub worlds you may want to just complete as you go, but just to be on the safe side so I don't have to, I can just go from level to level. I prefer to do the as its own level kind of thing. Oh! Jesus. Oh, I thought that was a shadow then. It looked like it was, but no, that's actually a very deep thing. I did not want to activate you yet!
Well done, Spyro. Keep up the good work, and I know you'll fulfill your destiny.
Destiny? I just want to kick some...
Just toast those enemies and collect the treasure.
Don't cut off Tom Kenny. He was going to say kick some tail. Yeah, because he's a dragon, and orcs don't have them. I'd like to think. Alright, well now we've done all this bit, that could have been a bit better as well. I don't know why, ever since we started, I've been failing. It's been weird. I don't normally fail this much. But, oh well, I guess it just makes it more entertaining. Let's jump over here. And I actually bonked. Are you kidding me? Oh no. Nope, I'm dead. I can't actually stand on that thing. I'm pretty sure you were able to stand on that thing in the original. I'm pretty sure. That might be something I might be misremembering. Oh, you're back already. What are you actually holding? Why can't I go into... Why can I not... I can't go into first person. Okay. What the heck? Now I can. I was pressing triangle. Yeah, I can't go into first person here. I'm pressing triangle. Mashing triangle right now. And now I can go into first person. Now there we go. He's not actually holding anything. That's what I wanted to have a look at, but the game wouldn't let me. That was so weird. I was mashing triangle and it wouldn't let me do it when I was too close to him. I'm so confused. Right, I'll do this technique this time. Yeah, because if I wasn't allowed to do it normally, I'll do it that way. Again, I don't know if that's a remake thing to make it more tricky, or if it was like that in the original. I'm pretty sure it wasn't, but last time we had to do that, it was actually something necessary for a skill point, so, oh well. Let's grab all this. Actually, if I think about it, we don't really have to worry about skill points until the boss level, because you just got to do it perfect, which probably won't happen on first time through. Which is fine for exploratory purposes, because we've got to explore the whole level in order to get all the gems. You could easily take some damage. Doing it once you have everything is obviously a lot easier, so... And doing it at the end of the game, especially if it was Spyro 2, would have Super Flame, and that'll be a thing, so... Yeah, so we've actually completed this entire area, haven't we? Yeah, 3 dragons and an egg. 200 gems, so... Let's go back to the beginning, which was over here. And I think we're going to start taking out the levels one by one, so... On to Dry Canyon. Now, here's another thing that I noticed when my brother was messing about. He accidentally, like, pressed a button or something while this loading screen's going on. It's interactive! You can do barrel rolls, you can flame, you can even flap your wings. Flap your wings with the jump buttons, flame button's the same. R1 does a barrel roll one way, and L1 button does it another way. Yeah, it's pretty interesting, that. So they kind of implemented the flying controls into the loading screen. Very nice. But we'll have to get into that later because I need to get this. Yeah, that's another thing. In most Zelda games, yellow rupees are worth 10, and again, with the yellow gems here, they're worth 10. Can I get a reaction from that? No. I'll burn you, then. But I'm going to go this way. Right, there is an egg thief that goes around this part, but I want to take these guys out first. Mainly because I like to actually pick up the stuff before going for the thief, so I don't miss anything, because once you get the thief, you're probably going to be like, ah, I did all that area. Did I just knock that cannon that you just shot at me out of the air? Like, what you shot me, the cannonball, excuse me. I tell you though, the charging mechanics in the other one, you kind of like slided into your turns, like you went wide, but it was a lot more tighter in the later games, which is how it is here. So yeah, that actually made it a lot easier because you might turn and he goes on a little bit wider, and then you like mess up your turn because of it. So that was a little bit of a change. Wait, can you charge into these trigger them? Oh yeah, you can. Huh, you don't bonk in on them like you used to. Alright. So I'm still finding some very little quality of life changes happening. There's not like anything major, like, once again, to warrant like splicing in the original game or anything like that, or doing like a whole separate video dedicating the changes. It's mostly just graphical and physics. That's really it. Conan the Barbarian Dragon.
What? Huh? Oh. Thank you for releasing me, Spyro.
Oh, well, it took you a while to say that, didn't it? You know, with a dragon called Conan, you would have expected a little bit more like, I eat you all! Say it to the Norks, like Arnold Schwarzenegger. BAP! Right, there's nothing else up here, is there? It's just me to get up that way. Yeah, well, we've got to go up here anyway, so I might as well just do that first. And do all the rest of the stuff when we come back down. Just making sure I don't miss anything, because it's a thing that happens. By God, Sparks is like neon blue. Even his wings are. He used to give like very multicoloured sparkles when he flew around, but that doesn't seem to happen. Nope. I guess I cooked your goose. Get it? Because he was holding some sort of chicken animal thing. Which I'm going to assume is a goose. Vultures! I think I need to flame all these actually, don't I? Or is that another level? Yeah, I'm going to check this because I actually want to know. No, there is none around here, I don't think. No, wait, it's not one of those. It is a trophy. I know I've got the game active still. It's a trophy, isn't it? Charge a vulture and flame every vulture in Clifftown. We're not in Clifftown, though. We're in Dry Canyon, isn't it, aren't we? Yeah, so I can just charge a vulture. Fair enough. This is the wrong level. I know what Dry Canyon is, so that'll be fun. There we are. Just because we were here. I mean, I was going to flame them all, but might as well just get it because it's right there. If it's easy enough, I'll get it on the way. Like I said, I'm not that bothered, but if I can, I will. I'll try to be a bit diligent doing it. I just prefer flaming them because if they're coming from above, you're going to charge right underneath them. And if they clip you from behind, you'll still take damage, so it's probably better to flame them anyway, so that's how I normally take them out. I wouldn't normally think to charge one. Right, hang on a sec. Yeah, I can't get that from up here. I need to go up higher. Wait, do I need a key over there? I'm pretty sure I do. Yeah, I do. I see the chest. Right, I need a key before I do any of that. But we'll continue exploring over here for now, since I think there's a dragon around and I hear him. Like that. Stay away from those things because they'll explode into gems. They can actually hurt you when they explode. Not too sure if they changed that in this version or not, but better be safe than sorry. Up here, bash these three, and we're in. Oh bloody hell! Where'd you guys come from? You can't just round the corner from a blind spot like that. You're so far away. In fact, you're not even standing on that probably. I'm seeing a lot of weird jankiness in this episode. Did I really just do that? God damn it! Well, we gotta go back there anyway, so I'll leave that for later. Get that one up. Yeah, the one-ups in those pots don't respawn. Keep that in mind. Yeah, we'll come over this way. I think we're actually back where we started, because this is where we were running at the... Yeah, that's where we were running around at the beginning, so... it kind of loops around on itself, as you would expect it to. Here we are. And I haven't had the key yet. So we need to go backwards. Most often than not, you will reach the end of the level before you grab everything. I mean, look, there's a dragon up there, there's a dragon over here, which we did. We actually skipped all this because we went the other way, so that's fine. We actually do need to go up that way with that dragon in order to do other stuff, so I'm going to go down here and clear this area out first. Actually, saying that, I do actually need to go back up and around again anyway because of that key, so I will not do that. We will actually go around this way. Boris.
Dry Canyon rewards good gliders. You are a good glider, eh, Spyro?
I was born to glide.
You say that, and yet I screwed up one of the bigger jumps at the beginning of this episode. Yeah, I'm not really doing good for Spyro's reputation, am I? We want to jump over this way. Charge all the way up here. whack you in the belly if I didn't miss, but I still got you, so that's fine enough. Another blue gem, couple more. I almost fell down. That would have been bad. And, right, hang on a second. Yeah, rewarding good gliding, fair enough, but, I thought it was supposed to lead me somewhere. I mean, that's the ending over there, but pretty sure this was supposed to take me somewhere. Oh, whatever, we need to kill this guy down here. We haven't done that yet, so... Flame you. I think another thing that I'm not seeing attacks coming is because I'm turning the camera all the time. Rude! As soon as I bring up the camera, I get whacked off screen, just like with that bloody sheepdog. But yeah, it's because that normally I have the camera on active, I believe, but because I have full camera movement, I can turn it up and down and whatnot. I prefer doing that myself. But then again, that also like takes my thumb off of the other buttons that I can use for elsewhere, for other reasons. So, yeah, because I can't remember how to get to this dragon now that I think about it. I know it's like a complicated jump and whatnot, but still. Yes, I know what I need to do. I couldn't see the angle. I know what I need to do. I need to, like... Basically, it's like a leap of faith. You don't know where you got to jump. You got to pretty much know, and I didn't know the direction. So, if you come back through this way, as you saw that there was that dragon on the ledge. Come back up this way. What we need to do is do this nonsense. Yeah. You wouldn't think about that, would you? And that jump is too high for you to make, so you have to actually do that glide. In order to get up here, get the key, and also get Maximos.
Incredible glide, Spyro. I thought I'd be stuck here forever with those ugly vultures standing on my head. Those birds might look tough, but they're pretty tasty. Flame broiled with a pinch of salt.
Well, considering we're in the canyon, you'll have plenty of that. And if you went to Toasty, you would have some toasted salt as well, considering what happened to me. Right, so we got the key, so now we can actually head back to actually do that stuff that we couldn't do before, because I didn't have the key to begin with, but I'm also messed up around there, because I accidentally fell down the thing, so we need to run all the way back through this way. Yeah, this one's got a bit of backtracking in it. As you saw there, you have to pretty much go to the end of the level, double back on yourself, glide up and around, and then you're able to actually, you know, make progress. Yeah, we didn't actually go into it. But that's not the thing I was missing. We still needed to come back anyway. Ivor.
Is that you, Spyro? Are you the young dragon I've been hearing so much about? Ever since you were a wee puff of smoke, we've known,
You've known...
I forget.
You know, I would be lit. I don't know, that was a terrible thing. Holy crap, Sparks is shiny. I don't like that. Get that out of my face. I really don't like Sparks' design in this game. In fact, since he's green, now that I'm actually living for a bit, and I can actually appreciate the graphics a little bit, when he's green, he's all droopy and tired. That's a nice touch. It's not considering that, you know, I don't like his design in the first place, but that is a nice touch nonetheless. He's not, like, as streamlined as he normally is. He's not as straight, so... Before we go open that cage, I need to go get this, because this is something else I didn't get to do, because I was too busy kicking bottom. I was getting too into things. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to make that jump. I need to go up and around again. They're very generous with the lives at the start of the game. And I don't normally lose lives at the beginning of the game. It's just... Those sheepdogs, man, they really ruined me. In fact, while I was, like, framing the video, I mean, it looks good when in motion, but because it's all cartoony and so much blur and whatnot, they actually look blue. I mean, not blur, you know what I mean. Oh, no. Yep, I saw that coming. Almost every long jump I need to do, I have to start off with a charge jump. And why is Spyro always red, flying away in the black void? Is that some sort of weird loading issue? I have no idea. That's so weird. Well, at least I got that now, because now I'm actually failing around here trying to do this big jump. I've got that checkpoint active. Because if I didn't... The thing is, if you don't touch those platforms, you won't activate the checkpoint. So... I would be starting all the way back at that one that we got the key from, so I would have to keep doing all this loop around, so I guess it was a mixed blessing in disguise that I once again didn't do that properly. What am I doing? I didn't do the charge jump. So, what I need to do is... Hibber! There we go, we cleared it. Yeah, just barely. I don't remember having to do that for every single one of these bloody jumps. So far I've had to do it every time, but I don't remember having to do that all the time, so I don't know. It's a bit weird. I will say that this is a really nice looking and very tight port. Remake, not port. Port is the wrong word. The port is like put in the original on the PS1 store and not put in the Platinum label, or Green Box label for you Americans, version on the PS1, the PlayStation store. So it has the wrong music. Don't ask me why that's a thing, but yeah, we've got all the stuff here, all 400 gems, we're done. That's actually a lot of gems. So that's another level done. And we're actually at 26 minutes, so I think that would be it for this episode. So in the next episode, guys, we'll continue through Peacekeepers and gather more gems. See you guys then.